Hello, everybody. Nerds News. It is Friday, April 10th. I'm Albert Steed, Chief Nerd at Advanced Computer Solutions. Here with you today to go over some great, fascinating, terrifying news that is happening in the world today. News that's designed to help you run your business better from a technology perspective. As we'd like to, though, let's start our show off with my salute to you fellow small business owners. Appreciate all of you. You guys are the best, and especially the wonderful people who work for these small businesses. Also the best. Can't get through the day without having a small business out there providing an important service for the country. So thank you guys. Really appreciate you. Today's top story: Microsoft kills free Copilot in Word, Excel, and PowerPoint beginning April 15th. So you've got 5 days left to go out and buy your Copilot license if you use it inside of those applications. It's amazing that they gave it away to begin with when I see how expensive it is for AIs. I'm working on some AI projects, well, projects using AIs, and I would not call it cheap. Essential, doing things that I'm not capable of doing in technologies that I'm not familiar with, but definitely not cheap. From what I can see here, you need to bump up your licensing to the Microsoft 365 Copilot at $21 per user per month. Full Copilot in these apps now requires the Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I believe if you do the math on that, that's their approximately $300 a month or a year. They may charge you monthly, but it's a year commitment. So plan on spending at least $300 for each user that has that service. All right. Microsoft warns of lightning-fast Medusa ransomware hitting professional services. So what is that? Well, it's ransomware. But what the kind of the big takeaway from this article is that the ransomware is executing within 24 hours. I don't know all the details around how every ransomware does its thing, but this particular news article was excited about the fact that within 24 hours of infection, the ransomware began its encryption process. This is targeting healthcare, professional services, finance, and education in the US, UK, and Australia. So all of the English-speaking world. Apparently it's a Chinese-made virus, and it looks like the virus is coming through what they're calling web-facing systems. So your email server, file transfer tools, client portals. Client portals is probably the big one. Building my own right now, and so that's rule number one. You got to harden those things, but you got to get your computers patched, help protect against this. Apparently, it's a Medusa is a well-known thing, and we can patch our way out of it for the most part because it's basically 0 day is what this is saying. So the patch is coming. So we do patch all your computers for my clients out there. We do our best to stay on top of it. But this is the siren call again, or the clarion call of leave your computers on overnight so that we can patch those things. This is an interesting little article. At first, I didn't think it was a very good one because it doesn't really affect my clients in Michigan and Illinois and those places, Florida, that we have clients. But there is an actual take on this that's actually could affect you. So some 20 states now have privacy laws. So privacy laws are laws about the data that you collect from the people that use your systems. So the new states are Indiana, Kentucky, and Rhode Island. And This was new as of January 1, so it's not super new, but new enough that if you are collecting data in these states, or if you're working within these states, you should know about this. There's fines, and apparently there's no warning, is what the article says. So if if you have a breach and your customer data gets stolen, then you're going to get fined. So there you go. Well, nobody wants that. So you're collecting data through websites, invoicing, and you've got to protect the privacy of your customers or the people who use your system. So just keep that in the back of your head. It's good to have a good quality security system so you don't get these fines. And we don't want anybody to suffer because they're doing business in Rhode Island. Our last article today, manufacturing is now the #1 ransomware target. This is from Huntress. And well, apparently from a couple different places, but 61% increase in attacks year over year on manufacturing, and it now accounts for 17% of all cyber attacks, up from 9% in 2024. So we do a lot of work for manufacturers, and I consider them to be the most important thing going today, especially if you're doing things in aerospace or the federal government. If you're doing defense contracting, definitely need to have that protection in place. There's a reason why these manufacturers are being targeted, and it's because this is information that other countries want, and it's important information to national security. So we do have to step it up, both us as the IT provider and you guys as the manufacturers. There's no such thing as security through obscurity on the internet. Nobody's obscure, everybody knows. So you can't just rest on your laurels and hope that they are just going to ignore you. They're not. And they don't even know, really, if you're a manufacturer, they don't actually know if you're manufacturing for the Department of Defense, Department of War, if you're manufacturing with stuff that has high security clearance. They don't know. They attack everybody. So just because you're not doing work for companies that require, large security hurdles, doesn't mean you're not going to be attacked. So be aware of that. Keep yourself protected. Reboot your computers, or not reboot, leave them running at night so that we can reboot them. And we'll keep you safe as best as we can. A couple quick hits. Microsoft 365 global outage that happened on April 2nd. So even Microsoft goes down. Don't feel bad when you go down. Everybody has problems. Another ransomware on a Dutch healthcare provider. So 80% of hospitals in the Netherlands was affected, knocked offline by ransomware. You don't want that to happen. And then Cloudflare had some issues over the last couple of days. And then that's an important one because Cloudflare, a lot of traffic, web traffic flows through those guys. So that affects everybody. And so if you've had some slowdowns out there, now you know why. Cloudflare was suffering some kind of what they're calling a performance issue. So yeah, if your website that you normally go to that's normally pretty fast and pretty consistent was slow since what they're saying 8th and the 9th, so that's yesterday and the day before, now you know why. We like to blame Spectrum, because I like to blame Spectrum for everything, well, for everything that Microsoft's not blamed for, but in this particular situation, we can blame Cloudflare. All right, guys, that's today's show. Quick and easy, not a lot going on, nothing super fascinating, but lessons to be learned. Watch out for those AI chats to disappear on your Word and Excel, because it's coming. All right, guys, have a good weekend. See you on Monday.